There's the power again. Well, it looks like we've lost the power for good now. And it's really blowing. Up on the third floor here, it's really howling. We ended up nailing these doors shut because the wind pressure is just so great. It's blowing right into the glass. A couple more hours before the eye gets here and it really starts blowing. You can see it, the neighbors lost a big tree down there. Oh, there goes a tree. Big one. Looks like it just snapped it right off in the middle. Look at that. Took a bunch of little ones with it. Opened up our view. Looks like our dock has taken quite the beating.
This is the leeward side. It should be on the other side of the house.
You can see all the debris that's been stripped out of the trees. Look, we even have surf.
We just lost another big pine tree.
The water doesn't look like it's come up that much, but the waves are just going right up to the top of the dock now. Those waves are probably 2 to 3 feet now at this point.
Boy, it's really roaring now. It's about 1 o'clock, right before the peak. Right now I'm really worried about these trees over on this side. You can see just how much they're whipping around. The house is right here. Scary, scary stuff.
It's like our neighbors are losing their dock house. We're on the first floor here, so we're kind of protected, so to speak. It's really intense out there right now. I would not want to be out on the lake. We're kind of covered and sheltered because of the overhang here.
I'd be really surprised if we don't lose some of these big pine trees. They are just moving.
Don't think the wind's blowing out there? Look at this tree here. Guess you're not a hurricane virgin anymore.
Yeah.
We're still about an hour from the peak of this thing, and it is really intense outside. It's fairly calm up here because we're a bit up the hill and protected by the trees a little bit from the wind, but you know, I'm inside right now, so you can't really hear the wind going. But if you look at those waves, man, those are 2 to 3 foot waves. maybe 30 feet apart that are coming up into the bay right now. I can't believe this one tree is just hanging on. It must have a really fluffy top or something because it's really catching the wind. You can see how much it's bent. I've seen it go over so far and I keep thinking, man, that thing can't bend that far and not snap off. The wind pressure on it is just steady. There it goes again. Oh man, big burst there. Whoa, man! Our boat dock has kind of got it easy right now because the waves have to cross this real shallow point right here, and that's making them break, sucking some of the energy out of them before they get to the dock. Our neighbors, on the other hand, they're really getting hammered right now. Their roof is starting to get ripped off. They're out on a point, so they're really exposed to it right now. Look at that. Hey, you got electricity. Sorta.
Sorta.
Yeah, we got cables going all over the place. Cables going this way, cables going that way. Well, here's the worst part of it in our yard. First, that big oak tree on the right snapped off straight at the house and then took out those trees, those smaller trees behind it. And then the pine tree that got uprooted because the ground is real wet here where the culvert comes out fell down across the whole mess. What happened? Hurricane. It's a pretty big tree that fell down, wasn't it? The wind just absolutely shredded all the leaves out of the trees. Working on post-hurricane cleanup now for 2 days. These fires have been basically burning straight. We just keep loading them up and loading them up. That tree may live. Got its top snapped off, but there's a few branches still up there. We can get that part that's hanging down off of there. Still got a lot of cleanup to do though. It's going to take a while to chop these big ones up. Haul them up the hill.